We talked about offense, now let's shift to the other side of the floor as we take a look at the defenders of Gilas Pilipinas. Still with us to break it all down, our basketball analysts, Tyler Tio and Coach Willie Wilson. Let's start it off with you, Coach Willie, because you're well known as a stopper. You can probably stop Tyler in practice.
Okay, when he just joined the team.
No.
When he just joined the team.
Ty can play pretty good defense, but Coach Willie's on a different level. Coach Willie, how important, of course, defense wins championship. We always say that, but can you explain to us why in a short tournament like the FIBA World Cup, defense should be the #1 priority?
Well, you talked about it earlier, getting hot, in a short amount of time. If you can prevent other teams from doing that against us, I think you put yourself on a very, very good path to being successful, to winning games and putting on a good showing for the home fans. Again, you don't want to let these teams get comfortable out there, and these names that I got on that list should be the ones that would that have the ability, in my opinion, to do just that.
This is basically a Willie wish list.
Yeah, it is a Willie wish list. And of course, I just want to let everyone know at home that we were going to bring in Mikey Reyes to join us, si Tito Mikey. But then when he found out the defense yung topic, umalis siya. So Tyler Tio here is going to talk to us about how it feels to be defended by a Chris Newsome. Because Chris Newsome is one of the names mentioned here. And a lot of people know Chris for being able to handle the ball, being able to make sure the offense hums. But then defensively, he's been used as a primary defender for Gilas. How does it feel being wrapped around Chris Newsome press?
It's tough, man. It's tough. Because the thing about Chris is the athleticism is given, the size obviously at the guard position is given. But the underrated thing about him is his smarts. He's a super smart player. He knows the schemes. He knows scouting reports. So I think at the international level, that's super important.
Personally, what I love seeing from this Gilas version of Nunu is because in Meralco, he's not even a full court pressure type of guy because he plays 30, 40 minutes.
Right.
But now you see Newsome pressuring full court, pressuring the guards, and you love to see it. I mean, it's something that New hasn't been doing a very long time, and he's showing us why he's such a pest on defense. Coach, your other players here on this list, very different from how Chris Newsome affects the game because they're long, they're athletic.
Right.
Let's start it off with Japet Aguilar, Coach.
Perennial defensive player of the year candidate in the PBA. We know that he's a scheme wrecker. I call him from the weak side. You just put him on the weak side. Even actually as a primary defender, I think he's also very, very tough. But the ability to get up in the air quickly and repeatedly blocking shots, challenging shots, chasing down offensive players, trying to get to the basket. That's what Japet Aguilar brings to the table. As long as he's locked in and with all that international experience that he possesses, dating all the way back to Gilas 1, actually Gilas 0.5, the pre-Marcus Douthit era, he gives us so much.
Yeah, Japet is one of the best help defenders that the PBA has seen in a very long time.
That's why I shoot threes, pal. I don't even drive or whatever.
Yeah, you shouldn't drive when Japet's there. But you take a look at Japet being a good secondary defender. But what is Kai Soto? A lot of people are still asking that question. What type of defender he is? Is he the type of guy that you feel could handle those big post-ups by himself, or do you need to send another guy there? When you take a look at Kai, what is he?
I think actually having Kai there behind Japet kind of gives you another added luxury. At 7'2", from what I've seen, he has the ability to play on the ball, but he's equally as disruptive playing off the ball as a secondary defender, and that's where we're talking about having these other bigs, these other international bigs that are very ball dominant. You have the luxury to put a Japet Aguilar on the ball, knowing that you'll have a Kai Soto at 7'2", being able to just be the human eraser for whatever gets thrown at the rim.
Right. I mean, Ty, I want to ask you a question when it comes to playing against players like Kai because, you had a teammate named Ange Kwame. You've played with him every single day in college, probably very similar to how Kai affects the game. How does that affect you, knowing that there's a 7-footer inside the paint waiting for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge difference, man, because it gives you the confidence to press up and to just know that if you get beat, there's someone that's gonna, have your back.
Right.
Someone's gonna be there to protect the paint, and that allows perimeter defenders to get up closer, to pressure, and it's just huge, man.
And that's
Big
on
difference.
defense. But
Yeah.
if you're the offensive player, let's
you're
say in
attacking.
practice, you're against Ange Kwame's team or like
Yeah.
a Kai Soto in there. Yeah.
Yeah, same goes for offense. I mean, if you're attacking a shot blocker, obviously you're gonna think twice, man. You're gonna look for that drop pass. You're
Right.
gonna go for those floaters that, just a few percentage points down from an open layup, diba?
Yeah. I mean, that's incredible. And you take a look at perimeter defense this time, and we have to talk about Jamie Malonzo because people have toyed with the idea of playing him at the 4, making him defend 1
see it,
through
though.
4,
Why not?
Yes.
and a help defender on the 5. You talk about versatility, Coach Willie, and is that the biggest factor here for Jamie?
Okay, versatility, capability. Yes, he is capable of defending 1 through 4, possibly even a small 5. Would that be the best thing for him and for the team? I don't think so. Not when you have a Kai Soto, not when you have a Japeth Aguilar and a Junmar. These guys, and especially in AJ Edu, these guys are going to need to be on the floor. Now, putting Jamie Malonzo at the 4 takes away minutes from these guys. I feel that him at the 3 and a little bit at the 2 puts us in a better position defensively to chase and just be athletic at that position because, again, you want to compete athletically on the international stage. And having a Jamie Malonzo at 6'7", world-class athleticism gives us exactly that.
Well, basically, Jamie's there to disrupt. That's what you're trying to say, Coach. But as a fan, I'm just waiting for Jamie to have a chase down block and just
Or a breakaway,
or
that
a breakaway
breakaway windmill dunk.
and just fire up the whole home crowd in maybe
That would
in
be
Philippine
wild.
Arena,
Yes,
right? But
sir. That'd
be
you Ty, you went up against. I mean, you play against Jamie Malonzo in the PBA, and he's probably matched up with you because you're the main guy for your team, and Jamie's one of the stoppers too for his team.
You want to acknowledge that? You want to acknowledge
Let
that?
Jex do all the talking.
how does Jamie
Keep going,
affect-
keep going.
How does Jamie? Why is Jamie such a great defender? You personally, I mean, you can
Well,
explain it to us.
My experience personally, when they put Jamie on me, it allowed them to switch ball screens. So, once you switch the ball screen, you can't go to anything else but either an isolation or to the post. But he has the size to bang in the post.
Right.
And, you don't want to go isolation the whole game because it's not the most effective thing to do. So
Even though
that's
you
the
are,
advantage.
even though you are good at that.
He is.
Even though he is
That
good
is
at
a
that.
bucket.
Coach Jamaic.
This is such a loving show. I don't know how we became this way. But Coach Willie, before we let you guys go, we talked about 4 guys on defense. But then in general, Gilas have improved defensively. At least it looks a lot different,
Right.
especially after we watched them in China. You take a look at the importance of being able to switch in this day and age. You take a look at the names that you mentioned. Do you feel that all these guys are able to keep up with the more high-octane offense that we've seen in FIBA recently?
Oh, definitely, especially having an internationally experienced Kai Soto, knowing that in the international game, it's similar to what our Gilas is going to be facing here. He's had experience playing on the perimeter, defensively, offensively. So him having that experience, and then Japeth being so mobile, the athletes with Newsom and Malonzo, that's right there, puts us on a very, very good path to be able to switch defensively.
Coach, Ty, we really appreciate you both being here. We're going to hear a lot more from you during the FIBA Basketball World Cup,
Yes,
including
sir.
the lead-up of the FIBA Basketball World Cup.
Can't wait.
There's going to be so much basketball in the next couple of weeks. I'm so
wait.
excited.
Love
You have
it.
no idea.
Everyone loves
Yep.
it. pal.
Really appreciate the both of you. Thanks very much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you.